What's going on, YouTube? Modeling that back at you with another review. Today we have the Revell 1 to 700 scale R.M.S. Olympic. As you can see, it is the 1911 variant, which has the standard complement of lifeboats that the ship was drafted with at time of construction. Obviously, after Titanic, they went back and removed this upper wall and added additional lifeboats down the length of the ship. So that's an easy way to tell if it's a pre or post Titanic version of Olympic. The other interesting thing about Olympic compared to Titanic and Britannic is the promenade deck, as you can see here, has the larger openings the entire length of the ship, where the Titanic had smaller openings for about the first 2/3, and then it went to these larger openings. That was due to the fact that after the first couple of transatlantic crossings, they found that the Olympic was having issues of people getting ocean spray kicking up into the front area of the promenade, along with some additional windage. So they kind of enclosed that a little bit for that. So kit number for this is 05212, and this thing is a rarity. Having been kind of a collector-ish of kits for about 10 years, it took me about 7 to finally find this one. And I happened to just stumble upon it by pure luck at a hobby shop in Indianapolis. So, as it is with most Revell R.M.S. kits, these are the flip open sides. So let me go ahead and move the water that I was using as a prop there out of the way, and we will get into the review of the ship. Everything came out with it. So move the plastic and stuff out of the way. So to start off with here, have the instructions, standard book style again for Revell of Germany, basic information about the construction, parts diagram, letting you know where everything's going to be at. And then we're into the construction. So 2-piece hull with some stabilizing braces here in the middle, which is nice. Getting on, standard obligatory warning sheets. Have the application of the rudder, the application of the rudder up here, the propellers, the base, getting the lower hull fully assembled. And then you have the front of the bridge, the A-deck promenade that runs the length of the ship, or the length, most of the length of the ship, I should say. Getting some additional strings in for the boat deck for your rigging of the funnels. Upper boat deck cabins, crew cabins, main stairwell as well would have been back in here, gymnasium. And then continuing on, again, more wires, opening up a few holes for those. And then putting the funnels on, your forecastle, all of the items there, the deck cranes, luggage cranes, I should say. More detail, compass, platform, more details going down and through, and then you get to the aft deck. The additional cranes back here. And then the 4 lifeboat sets, and then a couple of collapsibles as well. And then your mast, both fore and aft. Putting the ladders on. And then a painting diagram for the Olympic, which, again, with this being the 1911 version, you wouldn't be able to do her in the wartime schemes unless you would make some clones of the lifeboats and stuff like that, but I know a few people who have. So getting into the actual kit itself, let's see, bag's just taped here. So we have the two hull sections here, which are really nicely detailed. The one thing that I like about this, I'm working currently on the 350th mini craft kit. The one thing I love about this 700 scale one in comparison to that is you might be able to see, I'll try to get the shadows to kick in here. You can see there's plating detail all the way on the bottom. Obviously extremely heavy for 700 scale. Like, it would definitely be overdoing it if you went into a per scale situation. However, the fact that it's there will just make this thing look so much nicer. And then the other side is pretty much just a mirror of that. But again, the fact that you have the detail all along the bottom is really, really nice. Moving on to the other plastic. Put that back in the bag. The tape wants to cooperate. There you go. And as you can see in 700 scale, it's only about 12, 13 inches long, so it won't be that long of a ship in the grand scheme of things. Have the main detail frets here, which will include the funnels. If I can get that. Grab my knife. There we go. So inside of here, we have the ladder lines that would run up the side of the mast. As you can see, a little weeble wobbly here, so take a little extra care cutting that out. The propellers, which are really nice looking. The lifeboats, which are all molded together with the davits. Again, in this scale, you probably could get away with this. Some nice panel lining on the funnels. And then the top vents for the funnels themselves. You have the opening here with the rudder for the center propeller as well. And then the rest of the detail onto the four funnels. Really pretty nice. Let's go ahead and set that bag out of my way. And we'll get into the last bag here, which is going to have the wall sections for the boat deck, the base, and everything else. So these are going to be the promenade walls. Really pretty nicely detailed. The fact that the has the doors molded in. And you have your main boat deck. Nice wood lining here. Again, all of the different boat deck detail, the bridge up here. You have your base plate, which is pretty basic and standard. You have your two decks, so this would be the A promenade, and then this here would be the boat deck. You have the aft grand staircase there. It's pretty nice. They have the benches actually molded in as well. You'll be able to see there. And then your main B section of deck, which would also include the well decks. So we'll start up here at the front. An idea of the detail. Hopefully that's focused enough. And then main grand staircase dome there. And then you also get a bunch of string here, which is wrapped around for the rigging, which is pretty nice. And then last but not least is the decal sheet, pretty small. You have primarily just your nameplate. You have these are gold lines that would run down the length of the ship. Draft markings for both the bow and stern, and then a white star and American flag, along with the British flag as well. So overall, not too bad. Again, this kit is a bit of a rarity. It almost never comes up on eBay or anything like that. I just happened to stumble upon it at a shop in Indianapolis here a few weeks back. So really glad to have it in my collection. Hope you guys enjoyed the look. Have a wonderful rest of your day.